Hello everyone, welcome back to Monroeville, here on the Chaosville server with Bedmon Incorporated. I don't think I said that for the last episode, that was weird. Probably because I was talking about Balsa. Here we are at Resender Supply Depot. Not too much has changed. There's a new silo up over there, because I managed to finally grind a Wither Skeleton mob spawner. And I've done a bit more decorative work, and I've added this big, kind of temporary, for the most part, logo for Bedmon Incorporated. It presently looks like a milk vial, or a void capsule full of milk. It should look like a void capsule full of ice when I finish it. But for now, it's milk, I guess. Which I suppose has a sort of is the phrase agricultural production kind of a feel to it, but well, it'll be its proper thing, and I'm planning on having a second one on the other side to match it, so that everything looks quite nice and tidy. I've done a little bit of work on the rail system in here. I'm still on the one track, but I think eventually I'll expand that to being like one either side of the bridge line, and then probably just keep this middle one as like a service line of some sort. We can check that out quite a bit later, because that's something that may be a problem when we actually have to send trains, and currently we don't have quite the necessity for that. But we are going to be once we get to the main subject of the episode, which is today we are scouting a location for the Monroeville Mall. So, with that in mind, hop into my eyes. So, couple of quick updates around the place. That being that over here, with the very heavily covered in flowers bees, and I've got a bed over here, so we might as well take a kip away over here. I have managed to finally get common bees, and I've gotten them purified as well. I've got a fair few not so purified princesses, common forest, common leporine. Leporine was an annoying one. It's a breed that you can only create during Easter, which just happened to be when I was trying to breed them into commons. And they come from forest and meadows bees being bred together. Kind of an annoyance when you're trying to just make commons, but oh well. So on that note, I actually have a pure leporine princess and a pure leporine drone, so I could make eggs. They produce, it's the regular honeycomb, I believe, and eggs. I don't know why that's there. A lot of these bees are added for, like, jokes. But we're steadily building up a backlog of common drones. Those are all pure, even if they aren't stacking. We're also steadily building up a backlog of valiants. So the next step for the bees, with regards to making our redstone producing beads, is to take the common ones, combine them with like a forest, again, because we have a lot of forest, and create cultivated, which we then combine with the valiants to make the excited ones. And those will start producing redstone cones for us. Ostensibly, there's one that we can make that will also produce glowstone, but I believe you can only breed that in the Nether, and it's a lot further ahead than what we are presently going for. So, sort of a longer term kind of idea. And we probably won't be needing it, because we should be able to make a system that will just use redstone to make glowstone. But let's pick up a few objects. Again, if you remember the last episode, which would be about 3 days ago from your perspective, and about 20 minutes or so from mine. Where is our pal? He must be back at the outpost. I'm filming this immediately after the last episode, so as far as I'm concerned, nothing has happened, but you will probably have been yelling various things in the comments to me, so apologies if I don't address any of that. I kind of don't have the ability to. With regards to Elemental, the upcoming supercomputer as far as everything here is concerned, There he is, there's Ken. Haven't seen any more of his fellows. I wonder if he's the last one. Yeah, Elemental is presently sat back there. He has a more powerful power supply now. He presently just blinks. I don't know why this is. He should have, like, power to everything, and everything should be hooked up perfectly well. But I can't get him to boot. I think it might be his lack of an operating system at the moment, but he shouldn't need any more parts, that's for sure. And if he does, the next upgrade of power supply is going to be pretty big. That I will let you know what's going on with that as I find out, really. So let's just follow our bridge. I've been trying some stuff. You've probably seen this in an intro a little while ago with the jigsaw, which should come to power. Yeah, there we go. Not 100% sure I like it. It's just the same. It's the same shape as the jigsaw itself, repeated in different materials. I'm thinking I will definitely build a cafe there, just for the fun of it. Not too much at the moment. But yeah, we're looking for a fairly significantly sized island, or a couple of moderate-sized islands that are like somewhat in close proximity. We can fuse them if need be. And oh yeah, I moved Stampy into Monroeville, which is why we didn't hear him at the outpost. That fire there is the reason there's a roof over his head right now. And I boxed him in as he was at the outpost because I'm a bit worried about him wandering off the edge. I don't know if he will, but I don't want to find out either. No, I rode him in with remarkable proficiency, and he fits quite neatly along the bridge, which is nice. And then he got struck by lightning, and I had to quickly rustle up some food for him to make sure he didn't die. But then I stuck this around. So he's just chilling over here at Williams Warehouse, or what will become Williams Warehouse. We might work on that a bit later because we've now got the capacity to manufacture machine item filters. But again, not our thing. So what we are doing today, if I just pull up my figures, is we are looking for a large island or group of islands that is 210 blocks deep and 497 blocks long. Quite a bit, you can imagine. I'm gonna grab some blocks and some fuel, because Ken is going to be helping us in marking out our let's go with the marble. Ken is going to be helping us in marking out that area. Just grab a ton of marble. I've been keeping a stock of it here because it's not my favorite block. I really don't like these black dots that are in it, like these ones. That one especially seems a bit too pronounced. It makes it look dirty as far as I'm concerned. I'm aware there will be 20 people in the comments telling me to change texture packs. I can't do it right now because I will have to reduce this video to a screen show. Like it will just be a series of screenshots then, I'm afraid. So I can't do that just yet, so please don't tell me again to change texture packs. I will see about a new texture pack when Elemental is up and running. But yeah, I think he's mostly just a power issue. Exactly what that issue is, I don't know. I'm going to try and get my very strange father to take a look at him later. Sometime, I don't know when, but sometime within like the next couple of weeks, because he's a busy man. Let's land for a moment. Okay, so if I just pull up a calculator, 210 deep over 16 to produce chunks is 13 chunks. 497 over 16 is 31 chunks. So I'm not expecting to find what would effectively be a continent-sized island. Let me just write that into the chat. 16 by 31. Whoop. 16 by 31 chunks. There. I'm not expecting to find that kind of massive island in this, so we are probably going to have to fuse a few together, and I want it to be some distance away from like the warehouse and anything else that we might have in between. I'm just going to be following this direction, so that we can add things in between the depot and the mall itself. I'm probably going to set up another kind of Mystcraft Age to serve as like a hub point for Monroeville, because things are going to be kind of far apart, and whilst the train will work, and is that what I think it is? If it loads. Oh, yep, it is. It's a Mystcraft library. Have I checked this one? Yes, I have. Did I leave anything? No, I didn't. Oh well. Oh, I see a Silverwood tree over there. This should be the same direction, I think. If not, I believe I can Wraith Sigh out. Yeah, that's a Silverwood tree with some Quicksilver around it. This may be our next port of call for Thaumcraft. Who knows? There are some fairly large islands around here. I actually don't think I've found one since the first one we met, that we quarried out with the jigsaw, that actually has bedrock at the bottom. But who knows? Who knows? Let's see. Looking for large, ideally densely packed islands. Sort of like what we're seeing on the left-hand side here, but ideally more facing our road. Let's be careful on our power here. This looks a bit promising, actually. That looks nice. Now bear in mind, 16 by 31 chunks. Still huge. In fact, I don't think that even fits on this giant map, and I can't zoom out any further. Can zoom in. I don't know why you'd want to do that on a large map, but this looks pretty nice. Now, I do have ideas on how to join the different islands. The way that Etho did it, when he was making islands from scratch, was that he used a filler to create large cubic, I guess the phrase would be. He never made a perfect cube as far as I'm aware. He made mostly rectangles and joined them together, sort of like low poly designs, sort of Minecrafting, I guess. And then he shaped them using a mining laser. We would probably be using a different method, which is using construction foam, which we can sort of shape to a degree and spray on easily to existing islands. And then using the Wand of Interior Design, which you probably saw me use like 3 days ago again, to change the outer coating of that to stone or dirt or whatever we like, which would look quite nice, I think. Now, let's see, how deep was that? Let's pop Ken down. He can serve as our marker point. Okay, and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 here. That seems a bit empty to me. Let's keep looking. Because ideally, even though we're going to be definitely fusing together islands, I'd like to do a minimum of fusing if possible. Just because that will reduce our workload and all manner of things. But look at all that empty space there that we'd have to fill in. Not good, not good at all. We'll have to pick up Ken. One thing I will do, just while I'm here, is have Ken refuel. So let's see, we need Lua. Turtle dot get fuel level. What does he presently have in him? 0. Turtle dot refuel. And get fuel level again. 18,560, which is significantly more than enough to check out the different areas. I'm going to have him. We're going to find where we're going to build the mall, and then we're going to use Ken loaded with all this marble to kind of build the shell of it. So mark out the whole area. And fun fact, since Ken is named, if I break him, he will retain his fuel. So I can just break him like this, and he will be perfectly fine when we put him back down. So, what am I seeing? Oh, I know what I'm seeing up there. You can't really tell, but I'm looking at the top right of the map there. You see that red? That's probably some of this brush that was set on fire by a lightning strike. I cannot remember which direction we came from. I believe we came from up. Yes, we definitely came from up, right. That's one of the good things, is this large map is independent of which way you are facing, unlike the mini-map. So let's keep looking, So yeah, if you recall, I did the numbers, I think it was like episode 12 that I did the numbers, the Jittering Quarry episode. And Monroeville Mall is going to be 105,000 blocks squared, whereas Dave's Castle, I think it's like 5,000, 4,000. Ooh, that's a big open space. That's not good at all. And now we're getting to this weird mapping error. I don't know what causes that, but it happens whether I've got Optifine on or not, so it's very strange. But yeah, the mall is going to be almost certainly we have sheep. We have sheep in Monroeville. What the hell? I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but I haven't seen a single mob in this entire world until these sheep. Like, Stampede was the first one here, and I brought him. Huh. Does that mean we're going to get angry mobs? Does that mean we're going to get, like, hostiles now? Have I gone into the... Have I walked into the Twilight Zone? That is interesting. I wonder if we're generating new chunks then. That would be interesting to find out. But this area still seems... Ooh, no. That is way too open. Ooh. But yeah, well, you know, we have sheep in Monroeville, it turns out. And the sun's going down. And I don't have any shears or anything, so pity. Can't make a bed. Gonna have to keep going, Ken. Actually, let's put Ken in my hand there, so we can see him. There he is. With his sapphire pickaxe, because I'm going to guess that was the only thing he had to hand, but as far as I know, he could have just made that because it was blue. Everyone has a thing about blue. No, that's not gonna work either. It's still way too open. I should really check my fuel level now that I think about it. I spent a while being flabbergasted by the sheep, but I haven't actually checked my fuel. We're doing fine. Or I spent a whole ton of time being flabbergasted by sheep. That looks like another silverwood tree. That's either a silverwood tree or a greatwood tree over there. There is another library. And we're pretty deep down here. Plus 17, 15, we're usually around about... oh, actually, I can check it on my... There. Currently bound to nowhere. That also happens when the chunk unloads, so not necessarily a bad sign. I think... Oh, hello. What do we have here? Finish loading map. If you would, please. Thank you. That looks quite nice, actually. There's this big open area on the left-hand side. But if we go over this way a bit... I don't know. You guys have been able to see my coordinates, so if you think there was a good area that I passed up, let me know in the comments with the coordinates, and I shall check it out again. But we're having a hard time finding an area that doesn't have a gigantic void in it so far. That's a lot of construction foam. Whoop! Silverwood tree. We apparently have a fair few of those around here. So yeah, I'm thinking that but the first thing I'm going to need to do for them all is extend the bridge down all the way to it. So we're getting a bit beyond the realm of credence. But that's why I say we should have, I should build some kind of, nexus point, and we can then use that as, like, hop into the nexus from Monroeville to get to another point in Monroeville, because we can't make link modifiers in this version of, Mistcraft. Is that another fire over there? Actually, this place doesn't look too bad. Of course, it's 13 by 31 chunks, so there's going to be a void somewhere now, I think, judging by just the proliferation of them that we found. Yeah, you heard me, I said proliferation. And not in the Gathering sense. Right, well, the episode's getting a bit long in the tooth, so I'm going to, pull an Andrew Ryan and say, here, we build it here, at 262.2117 Monroeville. And if you think that I passed up a better point, by all means, post in the comments. Let me know what the coordinates are that you think I should check out again. And next time, we shall be setting up the groundwork of Monroeville Mall. So I shall see you then. Catch you later, guys. I would do my usual outro, but I'm holding Ken. So, catch you later.